Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Our group will present the analysis report for Nestle Malaysian Berhad. Before we get started with the presentation, allow me to introduce my group members. The first presenter is Nur Suhara binti Hassan. The second presenter is Irma Shafiz Putra bin Muhammad Alias Ahmad. The third presenter is Nur Sharfa binti Muhammad Ngalim. And the last presenter is Fatin Amira binti Abdul Hamid. So get ready guys, let's watch our presentation video in 3, 2, 1, action.
I will start the presentation by explaining about the overview of the industry that Nestle Malaysia operates in. Food and beverages industry are very popular nature of business and a fast-growing industry characterized by a large export market. Most significant of Malaysian food and beverages export are in oils and fats category, also palm oil-based product. In Malaysia, wide range of food being offered as there are diverse culture and races. In 2019, Malaysian food imports have reached RM34.2 billion, which indicates the increase on food purchases. The statistic shows that Malaysia is unable to attain self-sufficiency in food supply. Thus, for the past years, the government focused on the agriculture sector. The Malaysian food processing industry has become an important part of the agro-based industry. In terms of the business environment, the Malaysian food industry is dominated by small and medium-scale firms. Currently, the industry key growth areas are functional food, health food, convenience food, food ingredient, and halal food. In terms of external environment, the industry is also undergoing numerous changes brought about by factors such as rising production costs, technological development, shifting demands patterns, and others. In addition, Muslim is the majority population in Malaysia, thus it has a already domestic market for halal food. One of the major objectives is to transform Malaysia into a production and distribution hub of halal products and to upgrade the necessary infrastructure to attract more traders and investors. Malaysia is one of a country that emphasizes the importance of halal food, which are in line with the vision to become halal hub global. Halal food concept is known by its high quality in cleanliness, safety, and compliance with Sharia requirement. Next, I will explain about the qualitative analysis of Nestle Malaysia, which include the background of the company, a mission and vision statement, quality, policy, and lastly the SWOT analysis of the company. First is the background of the company. Nestle Malaysia Berhad is a Malaysian-based nutrient health and wellness company that has been one of the major companies in Malaysia, beside a multinational food manufacturing and marketing. The company is an investment holding company. Nestle Malaysia Berhad is the biggest halal producer in the Nestle world, with around 30% of total production is exported to over 50 countries. The company currently has 6 factories with 1 distribution center in Malaysia. Besides, Nestle Malaysia's workforce composition consists of only Malaysian, with employment of 4,600 employees. Nestle Malaysia has grown one of the largest manufacturers for foods and beverages in Malaysia. Nestle Malaysia has a complete food and beverages portfolio with numerous well-known brands in dairy, beverages, food, ice cream, maternal and child nutrient, healthcare nutrient, and confectionery. Its brand names such as Milo, Nestum, Maggi, Nescafe, and Nespresso have become trusted household names and enjoyed for generation. Nestle Malaysia is still growing and able to record a stable turnover for the past year, besides stable increase in its profit. The growth of both the revenue and growth is important for the company future prospect to be able to be one of the industry leaders. As at 2019, Nestle Malaysia has assets totaling RM2.7 billion, with liabilities decreasing to RM2.1 billion. The equities have a slight increase to RM665 million. Moving on, next will be mission and vision statement of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. Nestle is a leading in nutrient, health and wellness company. The company mission of good food, good life is to provide consumer with tasty and nutritious choices in a wide range of food and beverages categories and eating occasion, from morning to night. Nestle in its vision statement stated that the company envisioned to be a leading and competitive nutrient, health and wellness company by delivering improved shareholders value by being a preferred corporate citizen, preferred employer and preferred supplier selling preferred products. Quality and safety of the product has become Nestle Malaysia's top priority, and this applies to the entire portfolio from foods and beverages to the system and service of the food process. Nestle Malaysia's action to ensure quality and food safety are guided by the company's quality policy, which is described as commitment by the company to build trust by offering products and services that match consumer expectations and preferences. Besides, the company also complies with all internal and external food safety, regulatory and quality requirements. The Nestle Quality Management System is audited and verified by independent certification bodies to prove conformity to international standards, ISO norms, laws and regulatory requirements. In addition, Nestle Malaysia also applied the internationally recognized HACCP hazard analysis and critical control point system to ensure food safety. This preventive and science-based system identifies, evaluates, and control hazards that are significant for food safety. Besides, it covers the entire food production process from raw materials to distribution and consumption. The HACCP plan and the system are also verified by external certification bodies against the international ISO standards. Lastly is the SWOT analysis of a company. SWOT analysis is a strategic planning method that helps organizations to detect strengths, weakness, possibilities, and threats associated with business competition or project planning. Strength analysis focuses on the internal advantage gained by the company in leading their company towards its objective and goals. Nestle Malaysia's strength is that the company has efficient distribution channel. They manage their distribution channel efficiently, making their products easily reach to the consumer as the products are being distributed all around the company. Next, as Nestle is already a well-established company with the brand being recognized globally, the brand has no issues in creating trust from its consumer. Besides, the company also has an efficient research and development system to fulfill the current demand from the consumer. The company always comes up with new ideas and formulation to enhance their products offerings. Weakness is the factors that will hinder a company from being successful. Nestle Malaysia weakness is that the company has received social criticism in regards to their products positioning. The company has been marketing their Milo products as healthy products. However, the products have been receiving public criticism as its nutritional value and benefits is arguable by many for its sugar content. Besides, the company is also facing price fluctuation by retailing giant. The company reaches their consumer by retailing channels, and many of the retailers do not follow the standard price of the products. Next, opportunities refer to the desirable external variable that can provide competitive advantage to the company. Nestle Malaysia Berhad can exploit the increasing use of online shopping platforms by consumer to reach their consumer more easily with much cheaper price than the market offers. Besides, Nestle should try to diversify into new portfolios by venturing into small food startup by offering menus consisting of their products. Moreover, due to the increasing popularity of breakfast cereal as one of the breakfast options, the company should use this trend to penetrate into the breakfast cereals market. Lastly, for threats, it's referred to any factors that can cause harm to the company. Nestle Malaysia Berhad had been competing in the market for a long time. Besides, food and beverages is a fast-growing industry with many people trying to have an entry into the industry due to high demands. Nestle Malaysia have been facing a rising competition. There are many international food brands who are investing to open their branch in Malaysia. Thus, the products offering that can cater the demand of local consumer are more varied as they have many choices. Besides, the changing of the customer demands also will threaten the company position, as healthy lifestyles are a trend currently and many people are avoiding processed food and choose healthy options of snacks and beverages. Moreover, the company also needs to consider the rising commodities prices that will affect the purchasing power of buyers. Next will be the quantitative analysis of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. I will start the quantitative analysis by explaining about the year-to-year change analysis. Year-to-year analysis is the comparative analysis which compare financial statement over two time periods using absolute amount and percentage. Comparative analysis for Nestle Malaysia Berhad has been conducted for 3 consecutive years, starting from 2017 to 2019. Year 2017 has been chosen as a base year to compare with the following years. Revenue from the statement of profit or loss. The revenue of Nestle Malaysia Berhad increased materially by 4.9.5% with significant growth. The increase in revenue was due to the stabilization and continuous improvement of operation and distribution, supported by the additional revenue generated from the sale. In 2019, the revenue showed deterioration as the revenue decreased by 0.0184%. This was mainly attributed due to the low of the sales in the current year. But for net income or loss from 2017 to 2019, Nestle Malaysia constantly gained profit every year through the increasing in sales revenue for the year of 2018. In 2018, it showed that the gain profit by Nestle Malaysia Berhad has increased by 2.5418%, which is a good sign where the company has increased profit. In 2019, Nestle Malaysia Berhad still incurred more profit even though their sales is low, but they still can manage to gain profit for the year due to the gaining other income and low of expenses. In conclusion, the revenue of Nestle Malaysia Berhad keeps on increasing from year 2017 to year 2018 and dropped a little bit in 2019 due to low of sales in that year. But the company still can manage to gain higher profit in that year. Net income or losses only can be identified after considering other items such as cost of sales, expenses and taxation. Due to higher gain before tax, Nestle Malaysia Berhad incurred net profit for 3 consecutive years. Next, I will hand over to Shafiz to continue their presentation.
Thank you, Sora. So next, I will present about the common size analysis in vertical and horizontal for Nestle Malaysia Berhad. Vertical common size analysis, statement profit or loss. For the gross profit, percentage of gross profit of Nestle shows the different pattern from year to year. From 2017 until 2019, it indicates the following percentage of 37.58%, 38.73% and 37.09%. The analysis only shows slightly difference of increase of 38.73% in 2018, while reduction of 37.09% in 2019 compared to 2017 as the base year. Nestle has better revenue and able to manage the cost of goods sold in 2018 compared to 2019 and 2017. Next, the percentage of profit for the year of Nestle shows differ pattern from year to year. From 2017 until 2019, it indicates the following percentage of 12.21%, 11.94%, and 12.19%. The analysis only shows slightly differ of decrease of 11.94% in 2018, while increase back to 12.90% in 2019 compared with 2017 as the base year. The reason for decline of profit in 2018 is due to the selling and distribution expenses in the year is more compared to 2017 and 2019. Next is the statement of financial position. The percentage of current asset of Nestle shows differ pattern from year to year. From 2017 until 2019, it indicates the following percentage of 41.1%, 42.69%, and 39.35%. The analysis only shows slightly difference of increase of 42.69% in 2018, while reduction of 39.35% in 2019 compared to 2017 as the base year. Nestle has better utilized of asset in 2019 compared to 2017 and 18. As for the current liabilities, percentage of current liabilities of Nestle has been decreased slightly from year to year. From 2017 until 2019, it indicates the following percentage of 63.1%, 62.59%, and 60.69%. The analysis shows slightly different of reduction both in 2019 and 2018 compared to 2017, based which are 62.59% and 60.69% in 2018 and 2019 compared to 63.1% in 2017. Nestle has been better managing their finance, the company asset. For the horizontal common size analysis, statement of profit or loss, the percentage of gross profit of Nestle shows differ pattern from year to year. From 2017 until 2019, it indicates the following percentage of 100%, 109.56%, and 106.27%. The analysis only shows slightly differ to increase of 109.56% in 2018, while reduction to 106.27% in 2019 compared to 2017. The increase of gross profit in 2018 is due to the low of cost of goods sold in the current year, while sales for the company is also increased in 2018. Next, the profit for the year for Nestle Berhad shows continuous increase by 2.54% in 2018 and 4.73% in 2019. This is due to the high of the gross profit and the company able to manage their expenses with a low amount every year. The company others income also increased highly and lead to the increase of the profit for the company every year consistently. Okay, lastly is the horizontal common size analysis for the statement of financial position. Percentage of current asset of Nestle has been shown different pattern each year. In 2018, the percentage rise to 113.26%, while 2019, the percentage reduced to 99.99% as the result of the decreasing in trade and others receivable and inventories compared to 2018. This showed that Nestle has been better in managing the company receivable, besides able to efficiently manage their inventories. For the current liabilities, the percentage of current liabilities of Nestle has been show different pattern each year. In 2018, the percentage rise to 107.93%, while in 2019, the percentage reduced to 100.22% as the result of decreasing in trade payables compared to 2018. This shows that Nestle has been efficiently financing the company debt. Next, I will hand over the presentation to Sharfa.
Thank you, Shafris. Okay, now I will continue with the liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio is a financial ratio that indicates whether a company's current asset will be sufficient to meet the company's obligation when they become due. First, day sales in receivable. It represents the average number of days it takes credit sales to be converted into cash. A low day sales in receivable means that the business takes a few days to collect its receivable. Meanwhile, a high day sales in receivable means it takes more days to collect receivable. As shown, the day sales receivable totaled 11 days, meaning it takes an average of 11 days before receivable are collected. Nestle Berhad has an improvement in collecting their debts from customers since day sales in receivable ratio has decreased every year from 17 days in 2017 to 14 days in 2018 and to 11 days in 2019. Next, continue with the account receivable turnover ratio. It measures how efficiently a company is collecting revenue and how efficiently it is using its asset. The account receivable turnover ratio measures the number of times over a given period that the company collects its average account receivable. As we can see, the company currently has account receivable turnover of 28.15 times, meaning that the company collected its average account receivable approximately 28.15 times over the fiscal year ended 31st December 2019. Nestle Berhad account receivable ratio show a negative reaction because they decreased from 23.60 times in year 2017 to 23.46 times in year 2018, but it increased in 2019, which is 28.15 times. However, in terms of days, we can see that Nestle currently has account receivable turnover of 13 days, which is every 13 days of it is the average account receivable approximately every 13 days over the fiscal year ended 31st December 2019. Therefore, the average customer takes approximately 20 days to pay their debts to the company. The Nestle Berhad accounts receivable show a positive reaction because increasing from 15 days to 16 days. But it decreased in 2019, which is 13 days. This indicates that the company is collecting their receivable more frequently in 2019. Next, we continue with day sales in inventory, which is it measures of the average number of days or times required for a business to convert its inventory into sales. Given the figure, the day sales in inventory for the year in 2019 is 58 days, meaning that about 58 days it takes for Nestle to sell its stock of inventory. Over the 3 years, Nestle is rising every year from 52 days in 2017 to 57 days in 2018, and it's increased to 58 days in 2019, which is it is not good as they require more days to convert it into sales. Next, we continue with inventory turnover, which is it is the number of times a company sell the replace its stock of goods during a given period. A high inventory turnover means the goods are sold faster, while low inventory, vice versa. As you can see, the company turnover ratio show a negative trend by keeping decreasing to 7.17 times in 2017, 6.79 times in 2018, and 6.37 times in 2019. The currently inventory turnover of the company is 6.37 times a year, indicates that goods are sold lower. This is because the company have inefficient inventory management. While for inventory turnover in days show a negative trend by keeping increasing the days of inventory turnover. The higher the number of days for inventory turnover, the lower the sales of the company. As you can see, it keeps increase from 51 days to 54 days, and it leads to 57 days in 2019. The longer the days of inventory turnover means that the inventory management is not efficient. Next, we go to operating cycle, which refers to the number of days a company takes in converting its inventory to cash. As we can see, Nestle Berhad takes 70 days to convert inventory to cash in current year. It takes longer than in year 2017, which is 66 days. Nestle Berhad had longer operating cycle, so they must require higher return on their sales to compensate for the higher opportunity cost of the fund block in inventories and receivable. As for current ratio, it used to measure the capability of a business to meet its short-term obligations that are due within a year. It indicates the financial health of a company and how it can maximize the liquidity of its current asset to settle debt and payables. As shown, the ratio of Nestle Berhad in 2017 and 2018 is 65 cents and 68 cents respectively. It shows a positive trend since the current ratio is increasing. This means that in 2017, every 1 ringgit current liability, the company only have 65 cents of current asset to pay. The increasing of current ratio from 2017 to 2018 because of asset classified as the increasing of the current ratio from 2017 to 2018 because of asset classified as held for sale are increased because it's only incurred in year 2018, while for 2017 it's not incurred yet. It shows that the company have better short-term debt paying ability in 2018 compared to 2017. The current ratio in 2019 shows a decrease by 4 cents from 2018. It shows a negative trend of the group current ratio in 2019. In year 2019, we can say that every 1 ringgit of current liability, the company only have 64 cents of current asset to pay. It is not good for the company because it cannot fully utilize the obligation for the current year. It is because the asset classified as held for sale in 2018 have been disposed in 2019. So it leads to declining of total current asset in 2019. Overall, the company are still below than the minimum standard current ratio, which is 2. Next is asset test ratio. It's used for evaluating whether a company has adequate liquid asset that can be instantly converted into cash to pay the company's short-term liabilities. Inventory is not included in the calculation, as it can be quite difficult for a business to convert all its inventory into cash within a short-term period. As we can see, asset test ratio of the company in 2017 is 37 cents and 38 cents in 2018. It shows the trend of asset test ratio is same as current ratio, which is positive trend because the asset test ratio increased from 2017 to 2018. Even though the company hold more illiquidity current asset consists of inventory in 2018 compared to 2017, which is lower, but the asset test ratio is still higher in compared to 2017. It indicates that the company have better ability to settle its short-term obligation using its most liquid asset in 2018 compared to 2017. The asset test ratio in 2019 shows the decrease from 38 cent to 31 cent in 2019. It shows a negative trend, meaning that the company have better liquidity position in 2018 compared to 2019. Even though 2019 the company hold more illiquidity asset compared to 2018, the most liquid asset of the company in 2019 is lower than 2018. It is because of the asset classified is being disposed in 2019. However, among of the 3 years, the ratio are lower than the minimum asset test ratio, which is 1, which it means that the company is not having adequate asset to be liquidated to pay all its current liabilities. As for cash ratio, measure a firm's ability to pay off its current liabilities, which only cash and cash equivalent. As we can see, the company currently has cash ratio 6.2, which means that the company has enough cash and equivalent to pay all current liabilities, even though the cash ratio for year 2018 is decreased from 2017, but it increased back in 2019. The ratio above 1 means that all the current liability can be paid with cash and equivalent. The ratio below 1 means that the company needs more than just its cash reserve to pay off its current debt. Any ratio above 1 is considered to be good liquidity measure. So, based on the asset management, we can see that Nestle Berhad is good in handling their receivable. However, in terms of inventory management, they are not efficiently managing its inventory as it takes much time to be sold. While for liquidity ratio analysis, we can see that Nestle Berhad do not have sufficient asset to cover its short-term liabilities. This is because of most of the liquidity ratio is in decreased trend and the amount is lower than the minimum standard ratio, which needs for Nestle Berhad to take an action to increase its asset or decrease its liability in order to be in a comfort zone. By having higher liquidity ratio, the company is able to meet the short-term liabilities using its current asset. Next, we continue with the profitability ratio. It is a financial ratio that shows the business capability and efficiency in using its available asset to generate income at the end of the year. The higher the probability ratio are more preferred by the investor, as it means that the company is doing well in generating their incomes. First, let's take a look at the net profit margin, which is it measures the amount of net income earned with each ringgit of sale generated by comparing the net income and net sales of the company. Nestle net profit margin has slightly changed over the 3 years. It shows a decreased trend from year 2017 to 2018, which is 12.21% to 11.94% respectively. However, the trend has slightly increased back in year 2019 of 12.19%. The decrease of 0.27% in 2018 indicates that Nestle is generating 27 cent decrease compared to year 2017 for every 1 ringgit of sales. Overall, the company has managed to maintain the percentage over the year. Next, gross profit margin. It measures the amount of gross profit earned with each ringgit of sales generated. In other words, it measures how efficiently a company uses its materials and labor to produce and sales product profitability. The company is currently achieving 37.09% gross profit in 2017 and increased to 38.73% in 2018. It is shown that the company is selling their inventory at higher profit percentage. It is shown that the sales of the company increased from 5.2 million in 2017 to 5.5 million in 2018. In 2019, the gross profit margin decreased by 1.15%. It is because of the sales drop from 5.5 million 5.519 million to 5.518 million. It's a slightly decrease. Next, we go to return on asset. This ratio indicates how well a company is performing by comparing the profit, which is net income, is generating to the capital is invested in asset. As you can see, Nestle Berhad currently has 24.15% on the ratio. This means a positive ratio usually indicate the upward profit trend as well. Compared to the last 2 years, in 2017, they achieved 24.73% and decreased in 2018, which is 24.12%, but increased back in 2017 and 19, which is 24.15%. A higher ratio is more favorable to investor because it shows that the company is more efficiently managing its asset to produce greater amounts of net income. Next, we go to return on investment, which is it is a profitability ratio that calculates the profits of an investment as a percentage of the original cost. As we can see, there is a decrease in ROI of 0.29% in 2018 compared to 2017. It shows a negative trend of the company. So it means that the company is not able to increase or maintain the return for their invested capital. For every 1 ringgit capital received, the company only managed to generate 0.170 in 2018 compared to 0.173 in 2017. Same goes in 2019, there is a decrease in ROI of 0.56% compared to 2018. For every 1 ringgit capital received, the company only managed to generate 16 cents in 2019 compared to 17 cents in 2018. This is because of increasing in the long-term liability. from 1.3 million in 2017 to a slightly increased 1.376% million in 2018 to 1.4 million in 2019. This is good. This is not good sign to the company. Next, we go to the return on equity ratio, which is ROE. It is a profitability ratio that measures the ability of firm to generate profits from its shareholders' investment in the company. ROE is also an indicator of how effective management is at using equity financing to fund operation and grow the company. As we can see, Nestle Berhad currently ROE is 102.01%, or we can say 1.02%. This means that every ringgit of common shareholders' equity earn about 1 ringgit 2 cent. Even though it is decreased from year 2018, but it is still positive ROE. It is good because increasing in year 2017 to year 2018, which is higher ratio, are always better than lower ratio. While for dew point analysis, also called the dew point model, is a financial ratio based on the return on equity ratio that is used to analyze a company's ability to increase its return on equity. As shown in 2017, the dew point for Nestle Berhad is 24.72%, but decreased to 24.12% in 2018, and increased back to 24.14%. So the higher ratio is better than lower ratio. As for the last ratio in the profitability ratio, which is the return on total equity ratio, this ratio is measure the ability of a firm to generate profits from its shareholder investment in the company. The ratio is same as the return on equity because Nestle Berhad did not have preference share in the company. So that is why the ratio is same as return on equity. So based on the profitability ratio, we can see that most of the ratio shows slightly changes from years to years, or even we can see that the percentage is about to maintain throughout the 3 years. Therefore, Nestle Berhad should do something to be more efficient in turning or utilize its asset to generate more income. The increase in sales of the company will lead the company to have higher net profit margin. This it will attract the potential investor or creditor to invest in Nestle Berhad. Next, I will hand over the presentation to Fatin Amirah.
Okay, next we proceed with the investor analysis. For the first one is earning per share. Earning per share, also called as net income per share, is a market prospect ratio that measures the amount of net income earned per share of stock outstanding. Earning per share or basic earning per share is calculated by subtracting preferred dividends from net income and dividing by the weighted average common shares outstanding. As shown, Nestle Berhad EPS for the current year is RM2.8696. For the past 3 years, EPS shows a positive reaction by increasing from RM2.7401 in 2017 to RM2.8087 in 2018 and to RM2.8696 in 2019. This means that if the quality distributed every RM1 of income to its shareholder, each share would receive RM2.8696. A higher earning per share ratio often makes the stock price of a company rise. Next, we proceed with the operating cash flow per share. Operating cash flow is called as cash flow from the operation. It's an efficiency calculation that measures the cash that a business produces from its principal operations and business activities by subtracting operating expenses from total revenue. The operating cash flow formula is operating cash flow minus preferred dividend divided by weighted average number of common share outstanding. As shown, the company operating cash flow for 2017 is RM3.136, an increase by RM1.3117 in year 2018. This is because the operating cash flow is increasing from RM735,591 in year 2017 to RM1,043,174 in year 2018, while in the year 2019 it decreasing by 1.3513. It is because the operating cash flow in year 2019 had been dropped to RM726,298. Okay, next we proceed with the price earning ratio, PE ratio. PE ratio shows what the market is willing to pay for a stock based on its current earning. The price earning formula is calculated by dividing the market value price per share by the earning per share. As shown, the company's price earning ratio in 2017 is 37.66%. In 2018, it increasing to 52.46%. It shows a positive trend, and it means that the investors are willing to pay 37.66% more for every RM1 of earning in 2017 and an increase in year 2018. It is because the market price per share is increased from RM103 ringgit and 20 cent to RM147 ringgit 40 cent. In 2019, it is decreased by 1.23% because the market price per share decreased by RM40 cent in the year 2019 from the year 2018. Next, we proceed with the dividend payout ratio. In 2017, the dividend payout ratio of the company is 100.36%. It shows that 100.36% of the group's net income is distributed to the shareholders. The company paid too much dividend to its shareholders in 2017. The company using its retained earnings to pay the remaining dividends that cannot be paid using net profit for the year. This is not a good sign since the company not be able to invest the net profit for the year, and that will affect the cash in the future. In 2018 and 2019, the dividend payout ratio is 99.65% and 97.57% respectively. The company used 99.65% and 97.57% of the company's net income paid the dividend. The remaining of 0.35% and 2.43% of the net income will be kept in its retained earning. The net profit of the group is lower than the total dividend paid in the year. The company did not have enough remaining net income to be invested in the future, and it will affect the cash in future. Okay, next we proceed with the dividend yield. Dividend yield is a financial ratio that measures the amount of cash dividend distributed to common shareholders relative to the market value per share. The dividend yield is calculated by dividing the cash dividend per share by the market value per share. As shown, the dividend yield in year 2017 is 2.7 and decreasing in year 2018. It is because the cash dividend in year 2018 is increased from the price in year 2017, which are from RM 275 in year 2017 to RM 280 in year 2018. The dividend yield in 2019 is same as in 2018. It is because the price of the dividend 2019 is same with the year 2018. Okay, we proceed with the last one in investor analysis, which is operating cash flow per dividend. As shown, the company operating cash flow for 2017 is 1.16 times and increased to 1.62 times in year 2018. This is because the operating cash flow is increasing from RM 735,591 in year 2017 to RM 1,043,174 in year 2018, while in year 2019 it decreasing by RM 1.12 times. This is because the operating cash flow in year 2019 had been dropped to RM 726,298. Okay, next we proceed with the solvency ratio. We start the solvency ratio with the debt ratio. The debt ratio is a solvency ratio that measures the firm's total liability as a percentage of its total assets. The debt ratio is calculated by dividing the total liability by total assets. In year 2017, the debt ratio of the company is 75.7% and increased by 1.32% in year 2018. The reason why the ratio increased is because the increasing in total liability of the company. The total liability increased from 1,980,929 in 2017 to RM 2,192,949 in year 2018. It is not good for the company because they increase their liability instead of reducing debt of the company. In 2019, the ratio is decreasing from 77.02% in year 2018 to 75.61% in year 2019. This is because the total liability are decreasing from 2,192,949 in 2017 to 2,061,614 in year 2019. It is a good sign for the company because the debt of the company is decreasing. Next, proceed with the debt to equity ratio. Debt equity ratio of the company in 2017 is 311.52%, is increasing to 335.14% in 2018. This indicates a negative sign to the company's debt position. The reason is the company's total liability is increased from 1,980,929 in 2017 to 2,192,949 in 2018. The debt of the company is not in good condition since the ratio is more than 1. The debt equity ratio of 335.14% in 2018 is decreasing to 310.05 in 2019. It is show a positive sign to the company's debt position. The reason is because the company's total liability decreased from 2,192,949 in 2018 to 2,016,618 in 2019. However, the debt of the company is still not in good condition since the ratio is more than 1. Next, proceed with the debt to tangible net worth ratio. Debt to tangible net worth ratio is a ratio indicating the level of the creditor's protection in case of the firm's insolvency by comparing company's total liability with shareholders' equity, excluding intangible assets such as trademark, patents, and so on. The debt to tangible net worth ratio is calculated by dividing total liability by the total of shareholders' equity minus the tangible asset. As shown, the company achieved 345.16% in year 2017 and increased by 28.16% in year 2018. It is shown that the total shareholders' equity minus tangible asset increased from RM 573,908 in 2017 to RM 586,787 in 2018. The total liability in year 2017 also increased in year 2018. That's why the ratio is increased. In year 2019, the ratio is decreasing from 373.72% to 344.1% in year 2019. Even though the total shareholders' equity minus tangible asset increased from RM 586,787 to 599,129, the total liability is decreasing from 2,192,949 to 2,016,614. Excess of the debt to tangible net worth ratio value over 1 means the company creditors are not well protected, and in case of firm insolvency, they would only recover a part of the principal and interest belonging to them. Next, proceed with the operating cash flow per total debt. The cash flow to debt ratio is the ratio of a company's cash flow from operation to its total debt. This ratio is a type of coverage ratio and can be used to determine how long it would take a company to repay its debt if it debited of all its cash flow to debt repayment. The operating cash flow per total debt is calculated by dividing the operating cash flow with the total liability. As shown in the year 2017, the ratio is 37.13% and it is increased significantly to 47.57%. It is shown that the company is better able to pay back its debt in year 2018 compared to year 2017. It is because the total liability and operating cash flow increased from RM 1,980,929 in 2017 and RM 735,591 in 2017 respectively, to RM 2,192,949 in 2018 and RM 1,043,174 in year 2018 respectively. In year 2019, the ratio decreased by 12.34 because the operating cash flow decreased significantly and also the total liability. The operating cash flow decreased from 1,043,174 in 2018 to 726,298 in 2019, while the total liability decreased from RM 2,192,949 in 2018 to RM 2,061,614. It is also shown that the company is not better able to pay back its debt in 2019 compared to 2018. For the last one in the solvency ratio is times interest earned. Time interest earned of the company decreased in 2017 to 2018 from 21.66 times to 20.31 times respectively. This indicates a negative trend of the company, as lower ratio means higher debt burden on the business. This is because the increasing in earning before interest and tax from RM 812,216 to 875,890. The interest expense also increased from 37,503 to 43,123. However, the company is still able to meet its interest obligation in 2018 since the ratio is higher than 1. The time interest of the company increased from 20.31 in 2018 to 21.54 in 2019. This means a positive trend of the company, as higher ratio means lower debt burden on the business. The reason of the increase in time interest earned is because the earning before interest and tax decreased from 875,890 to 875,725, while the interest expense decreased from 43,123 to 40,663. It is good for the company because it is able to meet its obligations since the ratio is more than 1 in 2019. Okay, next we proceed with the Chairman Financial Review. Nestle has a rich and proud history of success and achievement created by thousands of committed people over many years. Nestle Berhad also and its company are managed with honesty and integrity. Nestle value and culture are centered on the unwavering goal to improve the life of our consumer. In the year 2018, the total revenue that we can see of the company is higher than the total revenue in 2017, which is RM 5,519,045 and the RM 5,260,490 respectively. But in the year 2019, the revenue is decreasing, which is RM 5,518 and 76. The profit for the year in 2019 is RM 672,913, while profit in 2018 is 655,443. For the year 2017, the profit for the year is 643,675. As shown, there are positive trend of the profit for the year for the company. It is shown that a positive sign that the company is doing well. Alright, we proceed with the short-term future prospect. Okay, in this prospect, according to the research house, Nestle is set to allocate 280 million in capex, its highest in 6 years. This will help to underscore the group's comfortability in the packaged food industry, where it has about 9% market share in the domestic market. However, there will be a negative impact to earnings in 2020 owing to the lockdown disruption. The impacts of COVID-19 containment measures were hardest felt in the HoReCa channel, suffering a decline in activity of approximately 80% during the most rigorous phases in movement control order MCO in April and May. These channels show clear signs of recovery as the country entered the recovery MCO in June. As with everybody else, we had to navigate through the COVID-19 crisis. We take great pride in having contributed effectively to supply of essential foods and beverage from Malaysian under MCO, while keeping our people and business partners safe and supporting the community in this difficult time. They were our three key non-negotiable priorities during the critical period, said Mr. Juan Reynolds, the Chief Executive Officer of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. The financial performance of the Nestle remains solid in absolute terms, despite a temporary contraction versus the baseline period derived from this COVID-related challenges, particularly impacting the HoReCa channel. We can share that the situation in the base channel is progressively improving as Malaysia entered into recovery MCO phase in June. Throughout the quarter, Nestle also ensured strong sales execution and found new and innovative ways to connect with consumers. There are variety activities of initiative way to make sure the company still gain a good sales and well known among the consumers. For example, Maggi have been reaching out the consumers by sharing recipes and encouraging family to cook tasty and healthy recipes at home. Nestle ice cream team also successfully deployed a home delivery route to reach household directly, while focusing on activity to ensure supply of core range of essential products. Nestle also delivered steady stream of new products that will support the acceleration in the second part of the year, such as Nestle Gold Origins, ready-to-drink products such as Nescafe, Ice Cappuccino, and so on. I think that's all. We proceed with the conclusion. As a conclusion, the analysis of the financial statement is concerned with reviewing a company's balance sheet and income statement to analyze a company's business and financial ratio for the purpose of financial representation, business evaluation, and financial forecasting. Nestle Berhad is good at handling their receivables and sales, but not in inventory management and also debts of the company. Their cash flow also good because can cover current liabilities in a short period. That's all from us. Thank you.